Hey Lisa, this is the promised video testimonial about the main Scalar and the microbiome optimization services I had ordered for my parents. Hi, my name is Ishita and I'm from India. Let me rewind to October 2018. My beloved pet crossed over. There were a billion synchronicities which I discovered gradually after his passing. I think he came into my life to open the doors of perception. The intense grief drove me to understand about the afterlife, and I chanced upon channeling Eric on YouTube. This stumbling upon was not by chance either, which I realized later, and as I talk to you more, you'll realize why I say so. While listening to all the psychics and channelers on CE, I'd often wonder how I could get in touch with them. Even one of them, I was so keen on talking to Eric and getting in touch with him and being guided by him and learning from him. I was just hoping that, I really hoped that something would work out. And guess what? I see Renuka on channeling Eric. And not just that, I realized that she lives a few miles away from my place. Too much to be chance, right? The rest is history, of course, as they say. A while back, Elisa had a session with Tom Palladino. And the whole idea of Scalar intrigued me. I found it fascinating, and it was metaphysics and spirituality and science and everything put together. I even tried out this free weight optimization service from him, and then I brushed it aside. I'm not sure if I could feel the difference. It was for a very short period of time, 15 days trial, so of course I'm sure nothing came of it which was noticeable. But soon Atlantis Scalar was set up. You can imagine my joy. Okay, every time I wish for something related to Eric and channeling Eric, the doors open up and I find a way to fulfill what I was wishing for. Eric makes it happen. In fact, I think that my old boy had to transition because it was time that I met Eric. If he didn't pass away at that time, I think I was ready to meet Eric and the team. In the last 6 months, my parents have not been keeping well. My mother is 70 and she was advised a gallbladder removal surgery. My father, who is 72, in fact he will turn 73 in the next 2 days, was constantly listless and had a lot of sudden weight loss and a high PSA count, which did not improve with medication. He was advised an MRI and then a biopsy. In the meantime, I heard about Michelle Gray's husband's case and I wrote to Elisa. She recommended the yes-no session with Eric and I requested Renuka to chat with him. The questions were essentially about my father because his situation was very worrisome, and Eric confirmed the malignancy. While my mother had to undergo the gallbladder removal surgery even before the Scalar services could begin, my father's MRI report was somehow delayed, and it came to us, it was emailed to us just a couple of hours after I received an email from Elisa saying that the main Scalar and ERPE services for my parents have been concluded. The MRI report was clear. Can we assign this to chance entirely? Also, Elisa was very unwell at that time, but she powered through to complete the request. And I was so overwhelmed by this gesture that all I could do was break down and cry tears of joy and gratitude. I am still a little emotional, quite emotional. Although the doctors still want him to undergo the biopsy and probably a prostate removal surgery because his PSA values are not budging, my father seems to be feeling fine. In fact, Elisa told me recently that it takes around 3 months for the energies to move around and settle down and show the effects of the scalar. So, in the meantime, the prostate related symptoms are subsiding, and my father is in no mood to get a biopsy done because the biopsy can also miss the malignant cells if there are any. So I have told him to wait it out. I'm hoping that he will continue with the medication, and by then the 3 months for the scalar to kick in will also conclude, and we can run another bunch of tests and see how he's doing. Also, there's remarkable improvement in his general physical energy, lack of his listlessness has improved. I mean, he's feeling energetic and much better. Mentally, he used to be down with aches and pains all the time. He's had a brain and spinal injury long back, and some of the injuries still persist. Some of the pain, inflammation still persist. But he feels quite okay since we got him to run these tests, and his allergies and other inflammatory conditions have reduced considerably, and he feels sharper mentally. The doctors are pretty baffled, but let them remain baffled. I would rather have them guessing and enjoy all the blessings on the side. One more thing, my parents and I as an individual are very prone to severe allergies, all kinds of allergies of unknown origin, urticaria, edema, violent rashes. It can go on for hours on end till we take an anti-allergic of some sort, and we can't do this every day. The recurrence seems to have gone down for both of them, and although the scalar services were not for me, I do feel a slight difference too as far as the allergies are concerned. Probably because we are somehow, of course we are related in this lifetime, so I don't know, but I am super kicked that the doctors are baffled. My husband is a doctor. A lot of friends and family in my circle are also doctors, but I haven't mentioned this to anyone. Let them figure it out. Let them keep on wondering. So it has been a month since the services. Both are much more energetic and healed mentally. They feel healed mentally, physically and emotionally. Especially my mum. I think she is a very, very strong empath. She's a very emotional person. She's an extremely anxious person. And she can get, she's very sensitive emotionally, not just her own circumstances, but she typically tends to draw people who will open up to her and who will discuss their grief with her, even though she may not be able to help, and that affects her. She seems to be a lot more stable. She seems to be a lot less bogged down with her typical worry and her anxiety related stress, and she can even get palpitations with anxiety, and she seems a lot more evened out mentally and emotionally. I have also been very stressed about my parents' health, but since I have approached Elisa, I have felt this sweeping sensation of calm and a very balanced and optimistic outlook towards my circumstances. I know that it is being taken care of, as if someone has taken over all my worries from me. Even though the physical conditions, the health conditions still persist to a certain extent, I know that they will be all right. I know my parents are going to be all right, and I know that I have done the best that I could do, and they are going to benefit from it. They are benefiting from it, and they are going to be absolutely fighting fit as much as they can do at their age and given their contracts, I suppose. The blessings that have come through with Eric, Elisa, Renuka, the divine team cannot be merely coincidental. How did I get so lucky so randomly? Can't be coincidence. All of this cannot be coincidence. Each time I've wanted direction and help, it has come my way. Each time I wanted some answer to some question about energies, spirituality, afterlife, some chat, some talk, some interview on CE has answered those questions for me. I cannot begin to thank all of you and express how profoundly moved I am. In deep, deep, deep gratitude. I don't know. I wish I could tell you how grateful I am. I love all of you. Thank you so much. Thank you.